Welcome to Whose Review Matters Anyway, the podcast where the show notes are made up and the reviews don't matter, just like Ezra Miller.
Oh God!
Why did you have to bring it up?
Because
Why?
that's the second time he got arrested, man.
Man,
He
that's
fucked up the
bad.
DCEU in one fell swoop.
But
Well,
it's
he was
not-
doing Flashpoint. What do you expect? He's
uh,
like, you know what? To make everybody forget about the DC, it's time to knock everybody out.
no.
And give him concussion. But the worst part isn't in Hawaii, right? He's just knocking out women.
Sal's been in Hawaii, and he got arrested. I mean, should have been a couple times, but
Yeah. But okay, I vaguely remember the first time. What did he get arrested the second time for?
like the same shit
I
basically.
think assaulting people. Like I think he punched a woman.
Jesus Christ!
And then I don't know about the second. I don't know about the second arrest. I think the first arrest is him assaulting a woman.
I think so too. Yeah.
And then the second one, I think him probably assaulting other people or maybe going batshit crazy. He's been rumbling on, like saying crazy shit and rambling because he's fucking rambled right now. Nobody could fucking stop him except for like maybe
Sounds
the
like
police. You know, I mean, this is gonna sound pretty bad. But maybe this is a good thing that they're gonna probably fire him as Flash because I don't like him as Flash. So
Me
maybe and also too, breaking news: DC has a Kevin Feige.
Who?
I forgot his name, but they have a Kevin Feige now. They have a producer. They have a producer that he said that he's going to do the same exact role what Kevin Feige does, and they're hitting the reset button hard.
You've said his name I don't know how many different times, and none of them right. But all right, I guess I'll see that in 10 years.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I didn't even see that headline, but like, what are you gonna do? They have so the Flash is up. Aquaman 2 is coming out. How the hell is that gonna address anything too at
I
this
think
point?
Amber
they're
Heard?
just.
What?
I think I love Johnny Depp. Amber Turd.
Oh, God.
Oh man, but I mean, in all fairness, though, I think they're just gonna release the DC movies, and then whatever happens, Flashpoint happens, and they're hitting the reset button. Henry Cavill confirmed that he wants to continue playing as Superman,
Well, yeah.
and I think the only two people that I want them to have the same roles is Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot.
Well, what about Jason Momoa?
I like Jason Momoa, but I wouldn't mind if I had to pick any other actors for them to stay the same role. It's Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot. Everybody else, I love you, Jason Momoa, but everybody else is replaceable.
Yo, that's fucked up.
Does
Momoa.
Jason Momoa have an I Spy movie?
I don't even know what that means.
Well-
David Bautista.
Yeah, the Dave Bautista movie with the girl and the fish.
Well, he had the series that was really bad on what was that, Apple or some other.
Was C?
Yeah,
No, but I heard it was a pretty good series.
I heard
Though.
that was garbage.
Can he not leave anything marine related? He's the show was called C.
Actually, to be able to see.
Oh, okay.
Like I see you,
A little bit
like
better.
C. Yeah, better. You know, SEE.
Yeah, like I Spy. Like see, get it?
All
Okay,
capital.
there we go. That's his I Spy movie.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
was
you
it-
know what's well, David Bautista was in C.
Oh, was he? I didn't even know. He also was in Dune. So, see Dune.
There's a lot of weird connections. I can't even follow anymore. Speaking of hitting the reset button, we've been gone for a month. Has it been a month? Like exactly a month or almost a month?
23rd, I think.
Almost a month. I blame him.
No, I mean,
why? Because he's got a real job.
No, this is what happened. All right.
I mean, I got a real
slapped
job.
Somebody slapped somebody, and then you had to figure shit out. So that's what happens around that time frame. So
I almost
Did you
forgot
slap-
about that.
Yeah.
Slap somebody?
one of us three slapped another of the two, and then there you go. Do the math.
I'm confused.
Exactly. That's what got slapped.
But you do get he's referencing the thing.
Oh,
Okay, there it is.
I
There
completely
it
forgot
is.
about that. Oh my god.
So you got the shit
It's
slapped so
That's
hard out of you completely forgot.
yeah. That's
you
how
gotta
long it's
admit
been.
though. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that, but we
Okay.
are gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That helped the Oscars.
How? If anything,
Just a stupid drama.
it just made the Oscars look more like a joke.
True.
I mean, it was the most talk about it thing. It was the most talk about ever. Like
Yeah, but
nobody
everybody
talked
watched it
about.
No,
on.
no, no. I don't think people were talking about the Oscars. They were just talking about the
Yeah,
moment that
yeah.
happened at the Oscars.
And
But at
everyone watched that
least,
online and not live.
yeah, but at least it was part of the Oscars.
Uh,
You know
okay,
what
so what?
wasn't part of
You
the
Next,
know,
Oscars? One of the movies that we watched that we're going to
for
talk
real.
about
But you know what's
this
so
you
month.
funny though?
both?
I thought, okay, real quick. I thought Hulu because Hulu uploaded the the Oscars in
Did
the
they?
streaming service. Yeah, and I thought they will edit that out, and they didn't.
Oh, so you legit saw it on Hulu?
Yeah, Hulu
Oh,
shows it.
that's awkward.
It is awkward, and the thing is that like it's only like when that happened, when the slap happened, there was only 20 minutes left until it finished.
No, that's incorrect.
No, that's not incorrect. Literally, you could go to Hulu and you could fast forward all the way towards the end, and it's literally like 20 minutes left until the Oscar was
No,
finished.
because Will Smith accepts his Oscar right after it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he well, I mean,
I
I
didn't
don't know
think
about the
it
time
was
frame, but
in.
yeah, he does accept his Oscar and then he made a whole speech about
Yeah,
how he fucked up and
but
shit,
I
but
thought that was 40 minutes after.
no, no, no.
I mean, 40 minutes in Oscar time frame.
Oscar time frame and plus the commercials and everything, where there was like 20 minutes left,
Yeah,
and
All right.
then
Okay.
there's like
So
commercials like every 2 minutes at the
okay.
Oscars.
So
yeah,
so maybe it would be closer to what? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that makes
So
sense.
so he slapped him, and then he got his award, and then he apologized, but didn't apologize to Chris Rock. And then later on, he posted on Instagram he wants to apologize to Chris Rock. But then, of course, he's banned for 10 years from the Oscars. And so many deals got pulled under the rug from him, like Netflix, Sony, and I think other sponsors as well.
Yeah, I
I,
mean, I feel like there's a lot of conspiracy theories that you can wrap your head around this one, and I mean, this is definitely not the time to talk about it. But I mean, eventually we should backtrack and I because I think it's like a kind of a publicity stunt,
what you
but
fake?
to an extent, to an extent. But I
I
mean,
don't
like I
know.
said, we have to that's a whole nother rabbit hole that we don't have time to go down. So,
Yeah.
listeners, hi, we're back. Yeah, it's been a month. I'm not gonna lie, the break was kind of a little nice because I got to work on a shit ton of my paper. So for me personally, hey, I got stuff done that I needed to get done. So
I'm
thanks,
glad.
Mac and Ham. But it's just work schedules. Ham
I didn't
works
all
like
this break.
Ham works like 50. What? Yes, you did. Don't lie.
I'm drinking right now, baby.
I mean, Ham, on your days off, it's not your days off.
On
That's
my days
true.
off is my days on drink.
And then just sometimes it's just not like staying up till 11 or 12 is just not feasible for most of us. So it's shit happens. But I think it was a nice little break to kind of get away and just
We're getting
refresh,
old.
relax, get caught up on some things, even though Mike probably didn't finish anything that he was supposed to finish out
No.
of like the 10 things on his list.
Of what?
Horizon.
Next? I've been
um
busy.
we got a couple movies to catch up on.
Yeah, and
So
yeah.
go ahead.
Well, there's one thing we're not gonna do the catching up part. But I do want to give a shout out to I did lost a close family member of mine.
Oh no.
Um, and also too, that's why like I needed a break too as well too, and I want to appreciate that from you guys as well. People will say dog, but he was my son. I did lose my little one recently. Um, fuck cancer, but so that's also too. It helped me a lot to have that space to you know to have a break,
Yeah.
and you know his name was Scooby, but This episode I dedicate to him, and I will see you in the heaven gates, my little one.
How long have you had Scooby?
12 years.
Oh
12,
wow, yeah.
12, 12 beautiful years. So yeah,
Oh,
we
dude.
had to put him down because yeah, cancer was taking over. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. I joke around with him, but thank you.
Hmm.
But for real, when your days off is your days off.
All
True.
right. Well, speaking of cancer, let's talk about our first movie on the list here.
Oh,
So we have two movies we're going to catch up on. Morbius is the first one we're going to discuss, and then Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will be the second one. Now, on the day of recording, the Nicolas Cage movie is out. The one that I think I know for me, I've been really excited for that one. I'm
oh,
sure
did you
the
see
other
the last
two
trailer?
have. Huh?
Did you see the last trailer?
Uh,
I have
aren't
not
they all
seen
the same?
any
No, the
trailers.
last one has a you and me and me and
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
All
So
right.
I'm really looking forward to seeing it, but we're gonna talk about that in our next episode, and then hopefully I would have watched the movie. I don't even know what the title is properly called. Everywhere, Everything, All at Once.
Just about.
Yeah, everything, everywhere, all at once. I
Because I
saw that
know
yesterday.
Ham saw it, Mike said he saw it, and I wanted
Yeah.
to see it since I found out $50 bill is in there.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
hmm
Ham should have led with that one a long time ago. And so next episode would be the Nick Cage movie
We
and that one.
should we should plan to watch the Nick Cage movie together.
I'd be down. Ham, have you seen it yet?
No, I'm trying. I'm still trying to watch Fantastic Beasts. I know it's got.
I'm
I
good.
know it's good, but
We also skipped out on Moon Knight impressions, but we're just gonna save that just until the whole series is done, and then we'll just talk about it all at once.
Yeah. Do I
Which
have
is a couple
time?
episodes left. Does it end right before Doctor Strange?
No, it ends after.
uh,
Okay.
I think it's got.
Actually, wait, does it end before or
Well,
after?
is it 6 episodes?
It's 6 episodes, but hold on, let me double check real
We're
quick.
on episode
Oh,
4,
that
so
adds up.
five. Yeah, no, so 5 this
5,
week,
6.
and then 6 next week. So it's right before Doctor
That
Strange.
Let
adds
me
up to
see.
me.
Oh my god. Yes, May 4th is the last episode. Oh my god, Marvel's a genius.
It's
Yes.
not their first rodeo.
Yeah.
They're doing
Okay.
something.
All right, so
But do I have time for a 1 minute blast?
oh, God, you go ahead, Mike.
Hurry
Go
up and
ahead.
blast your ass.
This is Mike's 1 minute blast. That's a new thing now. If you only have 1 minute to review a movie that nobody saw.
That's all you can ever last.
Yeah, I'm only
Oh.
1 minute man. So 1 minute on the dot. Let's go. So I recently saw a movie called Northman. I give it a green card. I really love the directing of it,
5.
the acting, the whole entire storyline. I thought it was a masterpiece. Really good movie. Definitely one of the top movies for sure, for sure, for sure. Go watch it. It's phenomenal. It's not a gladiator vengeance. It's not a like action packed movie. There is action, but it's action, slow burn, but very, very worth the end. Green card, go watch it. Done. Let's move on.
35. I was 35 seconds. All right.
Did you count Mississippi's?
No.
Oh, well then,
I drank.
not accurate at all.
Not accurate.
All right, Morbius, our first film to talk about, a movie that got delayed more times than I think anyone can count at this
I
point.
think they said more than you mutants.
I feel like
Yeah.
Sony was doing doing the cancel culture on their own movie.
That's weird, but I don't blame them. All right, so Morbius, a very short movie for what I think it should have been, an hour and 48 minutes. Although I'm wondering how long was Venom? Was Venom a 2-hour movie, the first one?
The first one was close to 2 hours, I believe so. Let me
Okay.
double check. Hold on.
I think it was pretty
Pause.
short.
I think it was short. Hold on,
I think
Venom.
both of them were.
I think the second one was definitely
Venom.
short. I remember it being like an hour and a half or something like that.
The first one is an hour and 52 minutes.
Okay.
And the
So-
second one is an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah, so just about this, almost the same length as the first Venom. I mean, for those people that don't know Morbius, I'll just read the synopsis. Dangerously ill with a rare blood disorder and determined to save others from the same fate, Dr. Morbius attempts a desperate gamble. While at first it seems to be a radical success, a darkness inside of him is soon unleashed. That sounds like the synopsis to your autobiography, Ham.
Oh shit! I was just thinking about that.
All
But
right.
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 16%. 16. 1
Jesus.
6.
16%. What about the audience?
Out of
No.
20.
Well, I don't know about the user score. You can look that up if you want to.
Yeah, but
Um,
16%.
IMDb gives it
Okay.
a 5.2 out of 10.
Wow,
Wow, that's high.
Metacritic gives it a 36%.
okay, that adds up.
Okay, but what about the Google?
Well, Ham, as usual, he doesn't like horror movies. But he did promise drinks to a lot of people, which is why we have a big
Artificial
number.
drinks.
We have a big number of 70% of the people
Oh,
like this movie.
Whoa.
I don't think I
They
sent out anything. I think I fucked up. Yeah.
Well, I think you just sold out of alcohol right before the movie started, so that's probably what
Yeah, you gave
helped
him
it.
the artificial blood drink. That's what it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so if we're, I guess, to recap what we usually do, we give a card rating of red, yellow, green, green being good, red means it sucks. We start off by giving our cards first, and then we backtrack around discussing what we liked or did not like about this movie. So, Mike, what is your card for Morbius?
It kind of sucks that I already gave out my Becky card already to that fucking shark movie.
No, that was probably bad.
Oh God, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, it's already done
It's
deal,
done.
but
Yep.
it's already done. So this fucking movie deserves a blue, red, fucking every single fucking shit color in the whole entire world. Red card.
Okay, Ham.
All right. For it being a kids movie. Uh, would I give it? Would I? If wait, I don't have my card either. Yeah, I said it.
You don't
Uh,
have your Becky card, right? You already gave it to the
I
shark
think I
movie.
did as well.
Yeah.
For money versus money with the shark in this movie. Red card, of course. What else am I gonna say?
Wait, so did you give your Becky card?
I
Yeah,
I
think.
missed.
yeah, he gave
Oh, it
his
was
Becky
to the
card.
shark movie.
Yeah, me and him both
But
gave
I'm
it to
saying
the.
budget to budget. I want to relook at that.
Did I give my Becky card out yet?
No, you didn't yet.
Oh
Oh,
no, I'm very conservative. That's right. Yeah.
You're
yes.
very conservative. You like to save yourself.
Uh, um, damn. I'm trying to think because I was the one that was most excited for this movie way
You
back when we
were.
saw
Yeah.
the first trailer, like 20 years ago,
I
back before
think.
Ezra Miller got arrested.
Yeah. I think I even mentioned, I was like, you're going to get disappointed. I have a feeling you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like you guys are still gonna hate whatever card I give this anyway. Um,
Not if
I'm
you give it what you it deserves.
No, 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 no. It all depends. There's two cards that we could really hate you for.
Exactly.
There's one card that we'd be like, okay, we hate you, and the other card is like, all right, we despise you now.
no, I
Don't
you
you
know,
fucking.
this is my viewing, right? This is my perspective. I'm gonna give it a yellow.
I
I
fucking
can't
hate you.
I can't just there is no giving it a grade. This movie does not. This is not a good movie, flat out. Like everyone can agree on that. I'll even agree on that. This is
But wait,
not a good movie.
wait. Hold on. Wait. $1 million? All right, Sony, hold up. I got a change right now.
Here, okay. Obviously, the things that sucked about this movie
Everything.
was
Get it?
was definitely the pacing, the editing. Let's save that god awful fucking piece of shit. What lack of an excuse of it a post credit scene that they had that just fucking threw things out the window.
I don't even
Whatever. I could
remember
give two
I
shits
don't
about that scene. But the pacing, the editing, some of the supporting cast not very well used. For example, Tyrese Gibson, like what the fuck? Okay,
Mm,
he's in here, sure. I
That
liked his
robot
partner
arm.
better than him.
yeah, it's
Um,
just because they're not making another Fast and the Furious movie at the meantime, so he joined this
Probably.
movie.
And the thing, I did not personally hate this movie. There were a lot of parts where I'm like, yeah, that was a bad choice to go. Yeah, that kind of sucked. I don't know why you did it this way. Why didn't you show this? Where was like the build up to this moment? Like there were a lot of things where I just felt like I don't understand like how it sits there for so long, being delayed for so long, and nothing happens with this movie.
Just
Like
like
I feel like I said this before to another movie. Was it New Mutants? I
I
think
had
it was the same thing
I
with New
think New
Mutants.
Mutants, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, you know, you had it done. I would assume you had it done and you were just waiting for the COVID shit, but no one bothered to rewatch it and go, maybe we should add a couple more minutes here to lead up to his training or lead up to, you know, why the fuck did we get the bats or whatever. Like that there was a lot of stuff that did bother me, but for what I wanted out of Morbius, I still think Jared Leto does a very good Morbius. I think his whole handicap thing was way over the top though. Like I don't think the whole crutches was like necessary.
Did you hear
Like
about that?
what?
Because he was, he's doing the bullshit acting thing, method acting. He would actually do that off screen and take forever to use the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, I heard that too. But like Morbius Morbius doesn't need
Can
crutches.
you
Like
imagine when he needs to take a shit?
Morbius doesn't need crutches. Like he's got a rare blood disorder. There's so many other ways you could have shown that off. I felt like
Yeah,
putting crutches was like just poor writing. It's like you couldn't think of a creative situation
yeah,
to present him in. Like you just he's got crutches. We got to feel sympathy for the person that's got crutches because they're disabled. I get it. I think
What
it was just
was
too much.
well,
And
hold
that
up. What did you say?
what did you think about both of the friends walking in the sidewalk and the crutches and just talking casually? Like I feel like it was just like so awkward. Like I'm not saying
that's that's the thing I'm saying is like the whole crutches thing. Like I already felt sympathy for them and the fact that they have these rare blood disorders. Like I get that part, and that's all I needed. I didn't need that extra touch, you know, the cherry on the top of like, yeah, let's make sure you really know that they're disabled. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
that's a different kind of disabled that I don't think is necessary in this film.
yeah, you don't need it, but I mean, some casual viewers has to have it.
that's a motorcycle.
I farted.
But the training montage I think was cut short. I did like how he was kind of training himself to get his powers. I just don't think it was edited properly. I did like the action sequence that we got, whether you could see it or not. But I think if you're going to complain about that, then
I just,
you have to complain the same about Venom, because I think Venom is the same, if not even worse,
Oh,
because
I
there's just
complained about
black
it.
goo shit all over the place, and here you got
Yeah.
black blurry lines all over the place, and it was hard to tell. But I like the whole time, I'm not gonna lie, the whole time when there was an action scene, I was like, how the fuck is Spider-Man gonna beat this guy? Like they almost made him like too powerful. Like you can punch through shit and like do all this whatever, and Spider-Man's supposed to be able to take him on. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Also,
But
who said he's gonna fight him? Like they're never gonna meet.
but I mean, I enjoyed for what I got. I think Jared Leto did carry the movie. I think I do like him as Michael Morbius. I think just all the other traits to him were just, again, due to poor writing. Matt Smith is the villain, right?
Smith, I like
Yeah.
Mike Smith.
Yeah.
Watch yourself.
What he's fine. Like this was very tropey, very cliche. You could have
Yes,
predicted
yes,
every part of it,
yes.
every like all on like since the beginning. Like we're gonna be best friends. Oh yeah, you're gonna screw him over. Like there we go. There's the ending. Like it felt very routine, almost just like any other superhero-ish movie where, you know, the villain is always like the same as you, just stronger, quote unquote.
Yep.
Which again, Venom is, to me, this was the same as Venom. Like I I did not like Venom as much as everyone else did, and I don't see the same. I don't see better quality with Venom than I do like compared to Morbius. It's like it's to me it's the same, right? They get their powers. It's really fast. They learn it how to control it really quick. You have this action scene, this big epic, so to speak, but you can barely see any part of it. Doesn't really matter though, because that's not the point of it. And then like it's very routine. So that's why I just given it the same card I gave Venom. I still enjoyed what I liked about it, what I got out of it. I wasn't fully disappointed. I would say probably 90% disappointed, but for what I wanted Morbius to be and the way that he's portrayed and his powers are portrayed, I liked it. I liked his look. I thought the design of his face and everything was very well done. I bought into it. I bought, his the way that he portrayed the turning into the vampire scenario. Like I thought those pieces were very cool. Just whoever, I don't know if it's the writing or the directing, someone fucked up somewhere. And yeah, they should have just gone back and kind of doctored it up a bit and put some duct tape somewhere where it needed to be, had duct tape. But
Indeed.
that's all I got. Go ahead, Ham.
This guy keeps comparing it to fucking Venom. I can go 15 years back and compare this to fucking Blade. Uh, yeah, just watch Blade 1 and 2. That's all the movies they made. So just watch those two. Um,
But Ryan Reynolds is in the third one.
Wait. Are you complaining about Blade?
no, just watch this over
Oh, yeah.
or
Watch.
that over this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I agree. Like, yeah, watch Blade, and
yeah.
for sure.
Also, I did fall asleep until like, I think I saw the beginning where they're friends, and then fell asleep probably right after the cargo ship or whatever scene. And yeah, then I watched the rest, and I'm like, oh no. uh, yeah, I don't have much to say. I like Matt Smith. I think he did an okay job. Um, you can't do worse than the Joker, so Jared Leto did all right. Um, I only like the cops or one of the cops because he's a comedian and I've seen him do a
Yeah.
lot of funny shit, so that's fine. I did not care for the female lead. I'm like, okay, she's just someone he has to protect, and I don't know if she did anything cool. Um,
Not
but
really. She's just a typical love interest.
exactly, like not even
Mm-hmm.
done well. But like I said, the only thing she did well was die. Uh, so did the other guy, their quote unquote father figure. Other than that, I don't remember anything else. Oh, I do remember the end scene now that I thought about it, but
God.
I don't know. Uh, would I watch a second one? Uh, man,
You assume that there is going to be a second one.
I am saying if there was, well,
Let's see what Doctor Strange will do.
like the only way I'm watching another one is if some other villain slash hero is against or with him. The end.
Okay.
Okay. My turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. Um, Everything about this movie was bad for me. Um, I feel bad for Jared Leto because he is trying to get into the superhero world, and he's trying to find a iconic character that suits him. And in this movie, I'm going to agree with Sal. Morbius could work for him. It could. I think it could work for him for sure. Joker was a piece of shit, and I know he's trying to do other things, and it's just not working out for him. I think he was in another superhero movie as well, if
What
I'm
else?
not mistaken. I think there was something that he's trying to do.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot. There was something that I think I know he tried out for other characters, and he never got the role. And when he does get the role, he goes all out crazy. You know, the whole thing with Joker and him sending out condom boxes or snakes to his actors and this and that, blah blah blah. But in this one, he's trying to do the whole thing with crutches and trying to be into the character and everything like that. And I think he does an okay job for what he has working with. Everything else about this movie is just doesn't make sense. The number one thing where it doesn't make sense to me is the detective. Why are there detectives in this fucking movie? Like they're trying to solve a crime, but you already fucking know that they're not gonna get them. And in the end of the movie, they don't do nothing. It's nothing. Um, the love
Yeah, I
interest
don't think
is,
you can see them after a certain point, right?
yeah, you don't see them. They just like, oh hey, we need to talk to you. And in my opinion, I was like, what are they gonna do to him? Like, what, they're just gonna like put out a bounty on him, or like, hey, if you see this person, he's dangerous. But then yet again, like he runs away, he escapes. And also too, like, how the fuck did this fucking guy Tyrese came up the stairs so quickly, and this guy like You know what I mean? Like I don't know. And the whole detective thing was so pointless. The love interest is pointless. Ham, you're gonna hate me. His friend, stupid.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I see that.
I think he's supposed to play the comedic part, the comedic role. Like that's his thing.
the thing is that I was just more annoyed. Like,
Mm.
okay, you could do push-ups, you're dancing around, you're cocky, and you're this and that, and blah blah blah. But the thing is that like you're trying to make an anti-hero Morbius, but there's nothing anti-hero about it. It's just he kills people in the cargo ship. He's fighting his thirst, and the only time he does an anti-hero thing is that because he killed his girlfriend. The end of the movie. That's it. That's the only thing. I just didn't understand what was the whole entire point of the movie. I didn't understand what was the meaning for it. Is Sony just going to just take advantage of all these villain licenses that they have and they're going to make
Of
their
course.
own movie? What, Hobgoblin is next? Like, what the
Craven is next.
I thought Craven the Hunter was supposed to be with Spider-Man.
No, Craven the Hunter is still in the Sony
Oh
verse.
man, that's
Then you
going to
have
be
Madam Web, I think, also after Craven, which is
oh,
such a stupid choice, but whatever.
oh, it's going to be bad. That's going to be really bad. But um honestly, I would have loved for Morbius to be introduced in Blade somehow.
Mm.
Vampire versus vampire killer versus vampire. You know, I would have liked to see the Morbius that I saw in the animated Spider-Man series, where a doctor, where he becomes a vampire, but he still tried to protect his wife. Or probably like a Morbius story of like Romeo and Juliet ish. I don't know if that makes any sense. Better anything better than what this movie tried to provide for us. I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. Jared Leto, I think he deserves another shot with Morbius, but in the Marvel universe, done
Better
correctly.
writers.
Better writers for sure, for sure. I would love for him to be part of Blade to fight, to definitely probably Blade versus Morbius or put Morbius inside of Spider-Man. And what you mentioned, Sal, how the fuck can Spider-Man defeat this guy? This guy, they made him really strong. And the end credit scene, no, makes no sense. It makes no sense.
The
Like
only piece of
nothing.
dialogue, the only piece of dialogue I heard was like right when he comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, you want to make a few $1 million for showing up 30 seconds into a movie and then just call it a day and just say the word Spider-Man because people are gonna like it." And then Morbius is like, "Yeah," and then that's it.
Yeah,
That's all I heard.
Okay,
yeah.
you know what? That makes a lot more sense. Green card. Fuck it. But I don't recommend this movie. It's trash. If I didn't give him my Becky card, I would have gave this movie a Becky. Yeah.
Yeah. So less BS and just go watch Spider Man. Whatever the verse is, just watch that. Just
Yeah.
Which,
Or
by the way, that
Spider.
got delayed. Uh,
Oh fuck.
Into the Spider Verse Part One got delayed till I think sometime next year.
what the fuck.
Why? Part one? I
Yeah,
thought it was supposed to come out this summer.
no, I got delayed till next year.
Ah, I fucking hate you more.
Uh, um, yeah. The only last thing I'll say about Morbius though is that like my portrayal of Morbius comes from the animated series, and I really think
Yeah.
Jared Leto does pull off that Morbius vibe from the animated series. It's just everything around him that was set up was just very poorly done and just not catering. I'm tired of this whole and God, I feel like Twitter now. I'm tired of this whole like we got to turn a villain into a hero right away. Like that's what bothered me about
Same.
Venom. It's like you didn't need to make Venom a
Yeah.
like anti-hero immediately. Like Venom is originally started as like this horror character, like this entity that could like devour people and just didn't give two shits about anything. But no, we had to make him to a jokester and a protector of the city or whatever right away, like by the end of the first movie. And they did the same thing here with Morbius, where they tried to make him like not so much of a villain, but more of a hero. And it's like you don't need to do this. Like, and I want to say maybe for marketing reasons, but it's not working. Like no one's like they're not targeting toys or anything. You're not seeing Venom or Morbius toys on the shelves. So it's like, why do they have to go this stupid anti-hero route? Why
Yeah.
can't they just leave these villains to be villains? Like there was a lot of setup, I think, in this movie that could have been very well done as like a horror movie. So, like the scene where in the hospital scene, right, where he's going after
Oh,
the
that's all
nurse
right.
or whatever. Like I thought, the start of that was like, okay, this is good vibe for like, the vampire scenario. There was a ton of that in there, but no, they wanted to make light of these characters. Why? So that way they can have children sit in these movies, and that way they can buy more tickets. Like it just it's irritating, and I feel like they're gonna do the same thing for Craven. Like Craven's a little bit easier to kind of turn more hero, but they don't need to do that with these characters. Like portray them as villains and keep them as villains for a while, and then you can have your redemption arc later.
But that's the thing, though. I don't know how they could turn into Craven into a hero.
Just like the Punisher, my man. Come on.
No, but the thing is, with the Punisher, it makes more sense. Of course, he's an anti-hero. I mean, with Punisher is an anti-hero. Regardless, you don't need to make anything else into. He's killing bad people,
He's doing good things, just not the good way, like not the right way.
Yeah.
not the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, where these villains or have no dialogue, they have no backstory, just immediately, just like how Wasel just mentioned just now. I don't understand that either. Like, are they literally going to grab every single what's going to be next after Craven and the Spider Woman, whatever what her name is, you know, Rhino?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The
I'd see that
fuck,
movie though. Scorpion,
Scorpion?
Shocker,
Yeah, shock.
Hobgoblin, but they would have to get MCU maybe. I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know.
Aqua,
But
was it Aqua,
Hydra Man?
Hydro Man?
Yeah.
Like just go to Aquatico SeaWorld. There we
Whoa, whoa, we're not sponsored.
go. But yeah, I don't
uh
recommend it. Do you
yeah.
guys recommend it?
Oh,
So,
Just a once through. If you don't like it after the once, then don't ever watch it again.
he'll give you
Because
your
for me,
money back.
because again, for me personally, there were more things that I liked, or what I did like outweighed the cons to it, to the extent to where I'm okay if it's in the background and I'm like, oh, I remember that scene. That's a scene I like. I'm gonna watch this one, and then once it's done, I'm like, okay, back to like doing dishes or whatever. Like I there again, I enjoyed it way more than most people, and I'm giving it more credit than it actually probably does deserve.
but do
Just
you
because again,
think?
the Morbius character.
Yeah, do you think this movie is? I mean, besides being delayed like 100 times from last year to this year, but do you think this movie came out way too late, where it could have came out like in the 2000s, and it would have
Oh, this is definitely like
worked?
an early 2000s movie for
Yeah,
sure.
like
This is
electric.
right up there with like Daredevil, Ben
Daredevil,
Affleck,
right?
like
Yeah.
that. This definitely fits in that kind of realm. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start talking about our next movie, which is, I guess, on our highly anticipated list. I mean, I know I wouldn't have shut up
Yeah,
about
you.
this movie.
You were most excited about this movie. You were definitely out of all three of us, you were the most excited about it. I
Yep.
was really excited for it too, and I know Ham will was like, yeah, sure,
Exactly.
As with most things, I just think the marketing for this was just so well done. But
yeah,
Because
for sure,
here's
for
the
sure.
of course, we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, a
electric
successor,
boogaloo.
sequel, whatever you want to call it, to the Sonic the Hedgehog first movie, not the one with the giant monster looking gross thing that got fixed. Which
Right.
people still, like, to this day, are like, I wonder what Tails would have looked like, or what Knuckles would have looked like if we had that.
Shit.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
or if back then if YouTube got rid of the dislike button.
You read that on the thing.
I
Yeah,
feel like I read that somewhere.
I
Yeah.
read that too. Yeah,
Synopsis fairly long, but I'll read it anyway. After settling in Green Hills, Sonic is eager to prove that he has what it takes to be a true hero. His test comes when Dr. Robotnik returns with a new partner, Knuckles, in search of a mystic emerald that has the power to destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick Tails, and together they embark on a globe-trotting journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Um, IMDb gives it a 7 out of 10.
Mm.
Ooh.
Rotten Tomatoes, 67%.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay. Better than
Metacritic.
Morbius.
Metacritic can go fuck themselves at 45%.
sounds a little
It,
biased right there.
yeah.
Tone.
I mean, it's Metacritic. They don't know much.
Now, Ham wasn't sure how to get people to come watch this movie
Nope.
because he did said he's always about it's a kids movie. It's a kids movie. So
It's a
he
For
kids
the
wrote
movie.
he
kids.
wrote on the invitations that this could
Yep.
very well be Jim Carrey's last movie. So that bring on a whole ton of
Ooh.
crowd coming into that theater. That's why 96% of
Woo!
Google users like that
Ooh.
movie.
And the rest are Metacritic bitches.
Um, cards as usual, and then backtracking as to what we like and did not like about this movie. Now, to just also, I guess, do we do this when there's sequels? Do we kind of just quickly recollect what we said about the first one, like card wise?
I
Because I
mean,
know
Oh
I love the
yeah.
first one.
I love the first one. I give it a green card. It was definitely in my top 5 of 2020.
if you remember what I said, maybe I'd talk about it.
You gave it a yellow card.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right,
It's
if
like
you
a
say so.
50-50 shot, though. It's like, yeah, it's going to be yellow,
No,
or
that's a
it's going to.
33%, 33%, 32%, and a third, and whatever. But
I think it
hey,
was like our second episode we ever did.
Yeah, it was our second
ew.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, how am I supposed to remember that long? God damn.
But do you remember liking it though? What was the last time you saw the first one?
I don't rewatch certain things. I've not rewatched it.
I don't
I
know.
rewatched it before it came. The second one came
I'm
out.
sure Sal's seen it like 50 times already.
Well, if you remember when we first talked about the first movie, my kids would not stop watching that movie. It was on like every single day,
Hey, you
and then
gotta
the
go
more I
fast.
watched it, the more I loved it. So like, and I did see it like what a few more times before the second one came out, just like kind of refresh my memory and just enjoying like all the references and everything in the first movie. So yeah, of
This guy's
course.
in double digits, so.
Sonic is like it's one of those I don't know how to call it. Like it's a franchise that I'm also obsessed with just as much as Halo and Pokemon, but it's not one that has like a lot of merch to it that I can like fully
Really?
display. Here's my passion for Sonic. Like Sonic is up there because that's my first comic book that I ever collected. Like I think it was one of those mail-in subscriptions. I got it through I think Scholastic at school,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then in the
Shout
comic
out.
book you could cut out the coupon, or not the coupon but like the order form, and then you pay so much, and then my mom was like, oh, okay, if you're gonna read then that's fine, and so I would get the comic book like every month or so whenever it came in. So like I have a very big childhood passion for Sonic, and I've always loved Sonic, so I'm everything Sonic I'm always down for.
I, s- I
um
I still don't agree. You're telling me there's no merch. I'm 100% sure. You go to your McDonald's right now, get a fucking Happy Meal. There's a Sonic toy in there.
we have plenty
Actually,
of them, but I'm just saying like to the extent of like Halo and Pokemon, like you can find shit all over the place
Oh,
for
well,
that.
you a Pokemon.
oh
Well,
yeah,
oh,
But for like
there's,
Sonic,
there's over a thousand of them.
Sonic is very selective. Like there's not like you can't go every day and find a Sonic shirt. You can find definitely a Pokemon shirt, or as far as action figures, you're always
You
gonna find
can't
a
go.
Halo action figure, but not as much with Sonic. Not his
yeah. That's
thing
kind of
hasn't come in since the first movie, when he kind of started, like when people started praising that movie, and then all of a sudden you started seeing Sonic merchandise come in, but it's still few and far between.
And
I mean,
you
we
can.
finally get Sonic bed sheets
I'm
after
just.
like how long? Like
What?
he's been a icon for so long, and now he's
yeah.
just finally getting bed sheets.
You're telling me you didn't see people with Sonic shirts and the actual Sonic going to watch the movie?
What, the
I
first
didn't.
movie or the second one?
The second one.
I went to see the early one. I mean, the crowd that I was with was mostly like, how can what's the like the people that they played the Sonic games like from like when it was on Xbox and PlayStation, like
Oh,
those Sonic games, not like
Mm.
the classic Sega Genesis games.
of
I My first Sonic game was Sonic Avengers 2
course it is.
in the GameCube with Shadow. That's what I
No
remember.
spoilers.
You
Oh yeah,
know.
we never talked about that because no one gave a fuck about Morbius. That's
Yeah,
why.
fuck
Oh,
that.
nobody gives a fuck about. But
So just in case spoilers, people, for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, in case you fucked up and haven't seen it yet. So,
yeah, you know,
all
yeah,
right,
for sure. It's been a
Mike,
month.
card. What card do you give Sonic the Hedgehog dos?
This deserved just like the first one, a green card.
Okay, Ham.
This deserves like I think I gave the first one a yellow.
You're giving it a yellow.
Yeah,
Oh, for the kids.
For the
yeah. For
kids.
the kids, I give it a green, yellow.
This is definitely a green card for me. There,
Wow,
I
I
know,
was
right?
I
Surprising.
Yeah,
I
no, I'm actually surprised.
for
Why
real.
you thought I was
Why?
gonna give it a
How?
gold?
I thought you were gonna give it a gold.
Oh
There
no.
is, there is a part I'm gonna talk about though that why it doesn't get a gold for me. But um,
I kind
actually,
of
I'll
know
just go
why.
ahead and bring that up now. The human stuff.
Exactly.
It's not that. Okay, here's what really killed it. Okay, again, spoilers, everybody.
Spoiler.
Spoiled. Um, that whole falling in love bit at
Yep.
the end after the wedding was
Yep.
crashed
Yep.
was dragged out
Yep.
so long. And I
Yep.
was like,
Yeah.
do we not remember that this is a Sonic movie and not like Tyler Perry's like wedding crashers or
Whoa! Whoa!
something?
Whoa!
Hey,
Whoa!
I said
Whoa!
it. I said
Whoa.
it. Don't lie. Don't come on. Look at the cast. Look at that cast.
I
It's a lot.
don't I don't know this man.
Mike, stop.
It was not that like it was anything against them. Like I on its own, it's funny, right? Like if it was like its own rom com kind of thing,
Yeah.
or it's like
Yeah.
own like little like show or series or whatever, it's like it's funny, right? The whole Bridezilla bit, but it's a Sonic movie, and I'm thinking you could have cut this like 15 minutes of this out and still have been okay. It's like they almost dragged out the time frame because this is in what 2 hours when the original one was like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. It's like
Yeah.
they added 20 minutes just to give the sister of all characters, the sister, more screen time. And I'm like, huh? Why? Like this was not needed.
I
Like
think we
I'm
had more
fine with the Olive
time.
Garden guy. I'm glad
Life.
you brought the Olive Garden guy back. I love the Olive Garden guy. His sister for this much. Like I think it was enough that she was there for the wedding and that was it.
Well, I'm
I
saying
mean,
the sister, I think, had more screen time than his wife.
I think so too. Yeah.
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 Um that,
I
but
think I,
go ahead.
I think it was sort of like a little redemption because this sister she was tied up most of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, so probably they're giving a little bit of backstory, like, hey, you know,
No.
since we
That's
tied you up by mistake, you know.
no, I think if we didn't get the whole sequence of the sisters going through like going I guess they went through the hotel or whatever. Like that part wasn't needed. We could have like edited that whole part out and been like, yep, this the wife made it to Sonic and Tails and freed them and that was it. And then we probably could have gotten like a minute of Bridezilla going after the guy. The guy saves her and then like they have some like stupid like 2 minute conversation and that's it. Like it didn't need to be dragged out the way it did. And for me that kind of hurt like the pacing of that act because I was like, this is Sonic. I need to see more Sonic, not more of the sister. So besides that though, everything was fantastic. I
Yeah.
loved every part of this. Like so many references to the sun. Like it was like legit playing the game, especially when he get to the ruins. And he's like sliding down the water, which is a lot of those levels in the classic Sonic games where he's just sliding on down. He just falls into the pit or whatever. We got oh, I love the Knuckles punching Sonic because that's straight out of like the comic book, like him always missing. What else is there? There's of course we get Supersonic at the end of it, which to be fair, like if you did not see that coming, like then you don't know Sonic. But I was wondering how they were gonna pull that off, and then I think they pulled it off very well. It was only
I
short, it
called
was
it.
very like temporary. Um, what else is there? We got the plane, which is from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Tails was great. I love that they got the actual video game like voice actor for Tails to still portray that character. Idris Elba as Knuckles was great. It worked. It pulled off.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey still being Jim Carrey, and it still again works for his character, works for his for the movie. Um, God, like, oh, the whole, as much as I don't like the video game Sonic Heroes, I appreciated and I respected the hell out of the sequence that they did, which was very much Sonic Heroes, where the three of them are just running down the street and he's just like throwing Sonic and Tails is like swinging him around. I'm like, that's just straight out of the video game. Like everything that was Sonic related was so well done, especially the drowning part. Where I don't know if you guys heard it, like they
Yeah, yeah.
incorporated the music, the drowning
Mhm.
music into it, and then he had to blow it, he had to breathe in the bubble. I'm like, yes, everything is working, like everything is so good here. Sure, the storyline is very like, I don't, it's not necessarily tropey, it's just like too convenient. Like everything is
Yeah,
too
I remember.
convenient. The map all of a sudden activating. They can get from here to there because of the rings, but yet they don't explain how they got the other rings to get back to the island or whatever. Like I think a lot of that for me though is just dismissive because of how good everything else is. The post credit scene, which unfortunately was spoiled for me. I
Ouch.
hate fucking
Oh,
Twitter.
really? Oh
Yeah, well, to
man.
be fair though, so I'm not a hardcore Shadow fan. Like I like Shadow. I love Sonic Adventure 2. I like the character as a whole, but it's not like I'm overly attached. I think if Sonic Adventure 2 or that era was like people's first Sonic games, I can see why they get so like psyched out about having Shadow there. But I was trying to avoid as much as I can off social media, and this stupid review was like, I'm not gonna put any spoilers, but I want to say so and so overshadowed, blah blah blah. But it wasn't just they said overshadowed, they capitalized the S and overshadowed. And I'm like, did you motherfucker just spoil like something about this movie that that you literally said you wouldn't spoil?
Oh
And then
man.
when the conversation came up at the end about the project, I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Shadow. And then lo and behold, I think he looks really cool though. I'm really excited what they're gonna do with Sonic 3 in the future. But yeah, everything was fantastic, and I saw this movie twice. We actually just saw it yesterday because my daughter really wanted to go see it for a second time. So yeah, we got to see it twice, and it's still just as good. And I can't wait till it comes out on release so I can buy it and then rewatch it 60,000 more times.
Before Ham starts his review, quick question about Shadow. They created
Black.
Shadow before what? They created Shadow before Sonic came into the world?
Yes, I had to watch a YouTube video about it.
I didn't understand that.
It's the one you played. It's the game you said you played.
But the thing
Yeah,
is, I mean, I remember playing as Shadow and Sonic, but you really think I really paid attention? I was a young kid, didn't really pay attention to the
It's being
storyline.
to your brain.
But yeah, I didn't understand that.
It's a
But
long. Dude, so you know what it is, right?
yeah, it's to explain it though, but
It
I
really
mean,
is.
he was a project, he was an experiment that was created, befriended. Was it? Is it the not the is it the daughter or the granddaughter?
I want to say granddaughter.
Yeah, because the creator is Eggman's father, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, but
it's
that doesn't make any sense because he was
I,
in the.
I'll just watch the. I watched the YouTube video. Don't worry about it. All right, go Ham.
Yeah, just watch the YouTube video. It was about 20-30 minutes.
Fuck.
What did I? Okay, that same thing with Sal. The human aspect. I feel like it was almost even not necessary. Like it wasn't necessary, I should say. Um, I guess it's goofy and funny. I'm a kid. Yeah, I said it. But I even mentioned it when we first reviewed the first one. I'm like, what's gonna happen when we have another? I thought only Tails. I didn't assume Knuckles until all the trailers started coming out. Um, how would that work interacting with more CGI characters and then still have the human characters, which I was worried about, and I think I was somewhat correct with the sister in Hawaii and Hawaii. I mean, just to introduce Gun, maybe, but not even. I don't think you needed all that to introduce Gun. That's what spoilers gonna be a big part in the next movie if they showed off
Wait,
Shadow.
time out. Women gun.
Oh yeah.
Gun is the organization that was created to. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, what is it? It's just
Marvel.
an I don't know. There was something. It's kind of
Like
like
Th-
Shield, I guess you could
oh,
say.
okay, okay. So the Olive Garden guy is he's part of Gun.
yeah, he said, "What is it? The whatever blah blah."
Global United Nations. like I'm
Yeah,
making that part
Mm.
up. I don't know. My theater both times were making like oh god but I didn't hear what he said just because you know how they change up the acronyms sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So no, that's just a big
Guardian Units of Nations.
that's a
That's
big
what it,
organization, I guess, in the Sonic verse or just in the second game you played. Um, but what? Yeah, was it even good when he's like? It's slightly loosely based where he's like, "Oh, I wish Sonic had a crew like that." I'm like, "Oh, you're reaching. You're so reaching to even try to be like, yeah, Sonic does need a crew just like that." Ha. That was the volleyball scene, by the way. I did not fall asleep. I just got to the theater a little late. I didn't get to see the first few minutes of
what?
yeah, just a little bit. I mean, I got to see the part where they're in the boat and the water, so I saw
Uh,
that.
okay.
Uh, so did they explain how Robotnik got the fuck out?
Yeah. He's on the mushroom world. He sets up or he creates a device that communicates or can send out a signal or whatever. And then basically like the echidnas, I'm gonna assume they're echidnas, although I have a kind of like a weird they're too tall and too human like to be
Well, he
echidnas.
said he was the last of his kind. Did he not?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Knuckles. Yeah. He's the
Yeah.
last of his kind.
Oh, so it's interesting. Like, I wonder who he's teamed up with then, because there's these three guys that come out. They're all completely masked up, like whole masks and over
They
over
look
baggy clothes or
humans.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do look very much human. But they come in, Robotnik tricks them and like beats the crap out of them, but like thwarts him off, and then he goes after the ring because they go through a sonic ring. I'm just gonna call it a sonic ring. He's
Sure.
going after. He's like, "Oh, this is my way out," and then all of a sudden, Knuckles comes through, and is like, "Where'd you get that quill?" Because he's still holding the Sonic quill from the first movie,
Gotcha.
and he's like, "Oh, well, I can show you the way to Earth if you need to find him," and
Yeah,
then
I
that's how
know
he
the
gets out.
way.
Yeah. That's how he got away. Gets away. But it
Shit.
was pretty cool though of how Knuckles entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't.
So I'm gonna yield my time. I just need a quick rundown of yes or no. Here we go. Do we need Robotnik's character back, the coffee dude? Yes or no?
Yes.
yeah. I he's like one of those like niche characters where like he's sorely missed if he wasn't in the movie. Like you wouldn't know that you did not need him there unless he wasn't there.
All right. The
Mm-hmm.
other cop.
Yeah.
For what he was given, yeah, that's fine. He
Yeah.
didn't need anything more than what he was given in this movie.
All right. The wife.
Yeah.
That's yeah, because they were trying to do the whole
That's a
parental thing
yeah.
with
That's an
Sonic.
easy yes. The sister.
Not as much as they gave her.
No,
No,
no, no, not as much. Honestly, they.
that's
Uh,
again,
Yeah.
that's the big glaring thing for me. It was like that
Yeah.
why they spent so much time on that.
and then what about the dance battle?
Yes. I liked it.
I mean, I liked it. We got the whole Sonic Adventure cover like reference from it, but it didn't bother me.
Exactly. No, it wasn't needed, but it was fun, I guess. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I think that's all the human characters. I'm not even gonna say the general guy because
I
I
almost want to say that dance battle was kind of used as like a visual test of what they're trying to like maybe hopefully going to accomplish with the third one where they add more characters. Because like right, they used the tail clones, right? The tail
yeah.
holograms or whatever. So I'm wondering if they're
Oh,
just like kind of messing around with like, okay, visually, how far can we push our CGI, and with how
interesting.
many characters, and we get the third movie where we get Shadow because we're gonna have Shadow, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. I'm sure they'll bring someone else into the picture.
But I mean,
I did search up something right now with gun and Google and Black Arms. Does that mention anything? Does that ring a bell?
Doesn't remind me of anything.
Black
Black
arms.
Black Arms, where it's like another like
Wait, did
alien.
you search gun in Google? Because
Yeah, like Sonic Gun, and then they're like, Gun is a military thing that stops from any threats or anything like that, like
okay,
Eggman and Black Arms.
okay, I don't know about Black Arms. Well, we'll see in the third one maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. But okay, okay, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Um, whatever Sal said, I 100% agree with him. Uh, the whole thing with the sister, I laughed. I thought it was funny, but it wasn't necessary for the movie because it's a Sonic movie. It's not about 20 or 10 minutes of whatever's going on between them. Like it wasn't necessary. You could cut that off and just put Sonic alone, and the movie will be shorter, and that will be fine with me. Honestly, I think that for sure would took away from Sal's gold card. And regardless though, the movie's fantastic. Besides that, I think with Sonic Tails, that connection, I thought it was great. It hit me really. It touched a soft spot when Tails said, "You're my best friend. I never had a best friend before." I said, "I'll be your best friend, little guy." That was really cool. Knuckles took the show for me for sure. It Knuckles was fantastic. Jim Carrey as Eggman is fantastic. Everything about the movie was awesome. It was great. I liked it a lot. I can't wait for Sonic 3. What would they do with Shadow? Um, and anything else in the future projects? I want to say like just don't change anything. Keep it up. Go based off the games. And that's what a lot of companies needs to realize, and they need to do. They need to go the same exact route. What this movie does is that they copy stories from the video games, and they just go base off the video game, make the movie into a video game, and it will be great. And that's my time.
Well, just real quick, I was gonna say that. I mean, it was probably easier to make a game into a movie with like the Adventure series, but the original, like 8-bit, 16-bit, whatever you want to call it, a little harder. But I mean, they're
A
grabbing
little.
stuff from different games.
The story is there. You know what I mean? The story is there. There's a lot of people that play Sonic but never paid attention to the story whatsoever. And I think that's what they're doing is recycling the story into the big screen, and it works out great in my opinion. I think though I think Knuckles and Sonic for this movie was like the best choice they can ever do.
I think all three.
Yeah, and Tails too. Yeah, all three of them, and putting Eggman into this movie again, but in a different way. Instead of him being like almost the same exact way how he was in the first one, they changed it up, and it was great. I think it was super smart.
In the interviews with Jim Carrey, he's very adamant about not portraying the exact same thing that he does in his first movies, which because he got asked a lot of like, this is like the only third character that you've ever reprised in all of your movies because there was Ace Ventura, there was Dumb and Dumber, and
Yeah.
then if you want to count the cable guy, like a cameo with the
No,
football commercial, but otherwise he's never replayed a character, and this would be his third time that he's doing it. And
Mm-hmm.
so that then the real question is he gonna come back for the third one? Because he's very serious about retiring. He's like, I'm done. I've had enough. Like I'm good. I don't need to do anymore, and that's it. So they kind of left it off where it's open ended, right? They didn't find the body, they didn't find Robotnik's body, but at the same time, how the fuck are you gonna survive that shit?
Yeah. But I don't think they need to put Eggman in the third movie.
I don't think so either. It would just be, but there needs to be a proper explanation, like
mm,
because again, they could not find the body, right? They kind of
Mm-hmm.
they mentioned that, so there has to be a reason as to why they couldn't find it.
because they'll find them when Jim Carrey says yes or no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. But
As much crap as I give that sister Bridezilla scene, I I don't know why, and maybe because just the way that the guy portrays his lines, but I fucking love like the 2 second dialogue he has after he gets tased. He's like, "How bad is it?" And she's like, "You got tased. Like it's not bad at all." And he's like,
Yeah, okay. I
I
thought
feel cold. You're laying in ice."
that was good. That
Oh,
was fucking
I cracked up every single time. The
I,
both times I watched it, I was like, as much as I don't like this scene, it works.
it works. Um,
hey, maybe they'll get a
maybe,
spin-off. You never know.
maybe Sonic 3 after the credit scene, Eggman shows up and into something else.
All right, well let you say that. Who would be the next character at the end of Sonic 3?
Amy.
It's the love interest for Sonic.
Uh, it's more like she's obsessed with him, and he's just like, "You exist."
Huh. So
Oh,
yeah, okay.
I would like to see them because I think it is confirmed that his home planet is Mobius, which is it's straight like that is an original canon thing. I would like to
Morbius.
see Knothole, which Knothole is a town of like these creatures where you have Sally, which is basically like a squirrel. You have Bunny, which is like a cyborg bunny. And then you have Rotor, I think that was his name, who's like a walrus. Like I would like to see that cast because Tails mentioned he's like from another planet, so I'm wondering if he's from Mobius or from that town, that Knothole village, which would be kind of a cool like. Here's Sonic's rest of his friends or cast or whatever that could be leading to a fourth movie where he has to go and save them.
Also, which one's the vampire one?
Rouge the Bat.
Rouge. Okay.
how upset will you be if they bring in Sonic Unleash?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I would have to. I'm open minded to it. I really don't think they should push this more than the third movie. I think I didn't. I don't know where it is, but in all the interviews, they were saying that Knuckles is already getting a spin off movie.
Oh,
So I'm going to assume that it's going to be like what happened to his parents or what happened to his tribe or whatever. So that's more of a prequel thing. But like, I don't know if Sonic really should go more than the third movie. Like
oh,
it has to set it up itself. It has to set itself up so well that you can start telling stories without the human cast being a necessity
exactly.
or being involved in it.
That's what I'm saying. Also, I
Yeah.
did hear that there might be a somewhat human character in the next one. He's a plumber, and we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that got delayed too.
Oh, that too.
April next year.
Oh yeah, April. Hell yeah.
Um, was there was what, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to bring up about the movie. Like again, it was just so good. I saw it twice. I had to. Uh, the Kid Cudi song,
Oh my
Mike,
god,
you're
phenomenal! I
yeah.
fucking love Kid Cudi. I don't know if you like it. I
Oh, was
love it.
that the dance battle?
No, no, no. That's the post, like the end, the credits scene.
Oh, really?
That's his song. Yeah, that's Kid Cudi singing it.
Oh, okay. I think it was good.
I liked it. Did you like it? So,
I liked it. Yeah, my daughter loves it too. She sings
oh
it like
yeah.
a lot. She's
Oh
always
no,
asking
they
for that
played
song to
my
play.
song. They played my song when they did the dance battle. Bruno Mars.
Uptown Funk. Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Um. Yeah, I'm surprised none of you guys mentioned anything about the supersonic sequence, but I guess that's not.
It was already.
Yeah, you guys never collected the emeralds in the game.
No, I didn't have a Dreamcast. I only whatever it is.
But I will say this though. We didn't. Well, I know Sal touched base on the soundtrack. For me, I really did like the soundtrack for the movie. I thought it was really good. I honestly did like the fighting scenes. I really did like the
Oh,
whole snowboarding
that
scenes.
reminded me. You brought it up, the fighting scenes, and I got annoyed with it in this movie, and I swear it happened in another movie. I'm getting tired of like these buildup of some like this buildup of like a really cool action sequence, but it doesn't execute it fully all the way through. In this movie for Sonic, when he starts to beat the shit out of Knuckles, like they changed the music to be so epic, but then it only lasts 10 seconds. And I'm like, why? Why would you make me think that this was going to be something more than it actually is? Like I got annoyed with that. And then I just remember seeing it somewhere else where they did the same thing. They build up the music to something and then it didn't fall through with it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know. Because I
Yeah.
liked what he was doing. Like he was out of Knuckles, like in his own fashion. And I was like, oh man, are we gonna see him like spin the fuck around like all over this ruins or whatever? Like, is he just gonna use all his strength and force and everything and just beat him with speed? No, we just see him kind of kick his stomach a little bit, and that's it. Like, okay, we're done then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so recapping, Morbius, you guys gave it a red. No, Mike gave it a Becky.
No, I give it a
Oh, no,
red.
you
I don't. I
wanted to give
can't.
it
I
Becky,
wanted to give it a Becky,
but
but
you
I
already
can't.
gave it up. Yep.
Yeah.
So 2 reds, 1 yellow, and then Sonic, it's 2 greens, 1 yellow. Wow, that's like a complete like transition, like opposite, like red
Oh
to
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
2, 1, 2. Okay. Um. Otherwise, next episode we got the Nick Cage movie. And then we got, hopefully, if I can see it before next time we record, the Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm pretty sure that's the order of it.
If you go in a certain time, I will go back and watch it.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. So wrapping it up here, Mike, do you need assistance or you got it?
Guys, I'm gonna try my best. Guys, follow us on WRMAcast.
Yeah.
At Instagram and Twitter, owned by Elon Musk. Um, and follow us on YouTube as well too. We're gonna play some episodes there, maybe a couple of things, and then for our email is drunkcop.ateacher@gmail.com. Write us an email. Maybe Ham will talk to you about life or maybe multiverse stuff.
Yeah, hit me up if you want to see us do something live or together in one fucking room.
Not in Wakaibo.
And also, I'm talking about podcasts, nothing else.
Oh, are you sure about that?
I feel like I gotta change our intro music to Now That Ham just because you brought it up earlier before the recording.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, that's pretty much it. So without further ado, any closing words, gentlemen?
Love you all. Stay safe. Peace.
I hate you all. Forgot what he said in the middle. War.
I really thought one of you was gonna say "Gotta go fast."
I said that already.
He said it in the movie too. Did you hear him? He said it in the movie.
Well, Ham is like, I gotta get drunk.